Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and this time I'm making a remake of my 5 essential oil blend soap. I made that just this past July, but the camera wasn't cooperating, so I just combined that cutting of that soap with the Tiki coconut soap, and I'll leave a link for that particular video for you to see if you want to compare this soap to that soap. But I thought the other thing that I would do on this video is kind of analyze what's happening during this pour, because I have 3 distinct types of bars that came up with this, and I'll show them to you. One has more yellow on the top and more green on the bottom, and the other one's reverse, and the other one is like a transition of the two, kind of diagonal. So that sparked my curiosity, and I thought I'll go back and look at my video of the making of and kind of see what really happened with this pour. So I'll do that as I do commentary on it during the making of this soap. And well, let's get on with the soap making. Okay, so I think you know the drill. I combine all my oils and coconut milk, kaolin clay, and I always like to blend that up as much as I can before the light gets in there. And today I'm soaping at just above 70 degrees. Let's get the lye in there. So I'm just going to blend to emulsification. Get my 5 essential oils in there. It smells super. So I just made this soap, but it's sold out, so I'm going to make some more. And then I'm going to start making more of my winter soaps. And that is emulsified. So my 2 major colors are going to be this beautiful pistachio green and this buttercup mica. I think I got that about right. And then I'm going to have some of this cornflower blue and just a little bit of purple and this teal. So the colors are similar to the last time I made this, but I'm going to pour it a little differently, and then I'm going to add the cornflower blue because I always want to change it up a bit. For me, every soap is an opportunity to do something a little different. I think a lot of soapers do that. To venture out a little bit, try something new. See if we can get something unique. I'm going to scrape this pretty well, not only because I don't want to waste, but I want to use this bowl for the pour also. Okay, so let's do these a little bit first. I love this cornflower blue because it's not a bright blue, which means it's almost a neutral, because it's like a blue-gray, which means you can use that in a wide array of things. And let's stir this up a little bit too. That yellow seems so intense, like mustard, but I know that it really calms down through saponification. So if I didn't do that, it's going to be kind of dull after saponification. I'm going to try not to make as many errors. Did you see that with me and confetti and graffiti last time? That was ridiculous. Anyway. Okay, let's blend the 2 major colors first. You guys saw me put the essential oil in, right? Didn't forget that. These colors I'm going to whisk with a small whisk just before I use them. I'm going to pour it in the bowl. Nice and fluid. So I'm pouring this at the same time so I get a half and half effect. And that's enough for the top. Yeah. Then I'm going to mix up my teal. Such a beautiful color. So really what I'm doing is I'm doing the concentric circle pour, but I'm going to do 2 of them in the different hemispheres of this pour. So I want to do this, and look at my diagram. I want to do that from up top, and I'm going to do that only in the green. Save a little for the top. And I'm going to do the same thing with the purple. And again, the purple complement color to yellow, so that's going to really stand out. Right now you're thinking, wow, that's powerful contrast, which it is, but then it's going to calm down a little bit when it symponifies. That's going to go in the yellow. And then finally this cornflower blue, since it's borderline neutral, not quite, but it's not a bright blue that's going to interfere. That's going to go as a concentric pour around the whole thing to integrate it. Okay, one more. Alright, now we're ready to pour it in the mold. Notice with this part of the pour that the top portion is being poured yellow on the bottom, and the bottom portion is that light green and dark green mix. It didn't occur to me until I started pouring that if I continued to do what I did, that one side would be yellow and purple and one side would be green and that aqua color. So I turned it around so at least that they'd have a layered effect. So now I'm scraping the remaining batter out of the bowl. That's where things can get really swirled and mixed up, but luckily it doesn't muddy. And so this is the portion that was poured just before I did the very top. So you see some nice swirls in there. Tap that down. Something else that I want to have in common with this soap and the last time I made this is the top. And the top was not swirled, it just was doing just exactly what I'm doing now, and I just kind of left it because it looked so cool. It looked more organic rather than geometric, and I really liked that. Just trying to make sure that every bar top will get a nice top with all the colors on it. And finally this teal. Well, there's layers of different intensities of these colors, which I really like in the color design. And what I mean by that is these colors are more intense because there was less soap, and it's a stronger amount of mica relative to the amount of soap there is. And I don't really want to have a mica heavy soap. So if I want a powerful color, I'll use less of that part of the batter. Hope I made sense there. So now I'm just splattering on the rest of the soap that I never poured, and they're more pure, and that's the very top that you can see in the still picture on the right. I'm just tapping this down, not so much because there are bubbles in there, although there probably are a little bit. I was pretty careful, so there's not much. But I don't want the top to be too gloppy. I like the gloppy look, but I don't want them to be different heights. So there we go. I think that'll make a nice top there. The only thing I'm going to spray on that is a little bit of alcohol just to head off any ash forming on the top, which is like a kind of a very matte looking white, and I don't really like that so much. So a little bit of alcohol slows that down a little bit, and I generally don't get too much. I hear that happens more in humid climates, and San Diego's pretty dry. So here is my second 5 essential oil soap that I've made in a while, just so I'll have more in hand on the website, because that went so fast. And as you can tell, it's a very tall bar, so it's a nice big bar. And let's go to the cut. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'm curious about how the double concentric pour worked out, and I love it. Smells so good. So what we're really looking at is the purple and the aqua, what that did. I'm going to do that from up top. I'm going to do that only in the green. It slipped right out of the mold too. Another thing that I like. The last one sold out so fast, I thought, before I get to my winter soaps, I'm going to make more of this. I like that real subtle line work there. This batter was particularly smooth. I think you can see that it was when you look at it up close. There's some real thin, like almost white swirls there, like that. And as always, Thank you for watching and subscribing. That helps me out. And really love the comments. There's that cornflower blue, just works so well. And if you visit the website, got a lot of soap there. Some are running out, so that's why I have to really get on the ball and continue to make soap. I like how the cornflower blue really mingled with that turquoise there. And one last cut. I was a little bit more articulate in this one, so no bloopers like the last one. Unless I look back when I'm editing and find out that I say graffiti instead of confetti. That was funny. Like that one. Alright guys, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Soap. And if you want to see the cutting of the first one, I will put a link to that at the end of this video. I'll put it somewhere anyway.